This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, today we are going to discuss about the Jenkins. Okay, we are going to start Jenkins today. One second. I open my notepad. It's not open yet. Okay, fine. Right. Today we are going to discuss about the Jenkins. What is Jenkins? Jenkins is a what is Jenkins? Jenkins is a integration CI and CD tools. What is CI? Continuous integration, continuous deployment. Okay. We'll discuss some of the history about the Jenkins. Okay. Before this Jenkins, this project name is called Artson. Okay, this project name is called Artson. After what happened? After Oracle hand over this project and they rename as a Jenkins. Okay, this Hudson version is the 1.0. Okay, 1.0 all are 1.0 all are they called as a Hudson. Okay, this will work for only continuous integration tool. It will treat it as a only continuous integration tool. After 2.0 onwards, it will work as a continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. Continuous integration and continuous deployment tool. Okay. Now, for this Jenkins is written by through Java code, Java programming language. Now, if you want to run the Jenkins in your system, you must be install the Java 1.8 plus version, 1.8 plus version, or else it can't be installed in your system. Okay. And one more thing, now you can install this Jenkins into n number of ways. One is the like MSI installer we can install, and also we can use for the like as in if any Linux system, any Linux as a service we can install any Linux flavors. Okay, all Linux flavors. And also generic way means it is having the one var file we can download. This var file we can run as a service. Now this var file will download. This var file will run as a Java. If you want to run your Jenkins server in your local system, Java -jar Jenkins.var file. This Jenkins var file you need to be downloaded and go to the particular path and you need to run this command Jenkins.var file. And this Jenkins inbuilt, it has a inbuilt server is called as a Jetty server. Okay, Jetty server. This server having the by default port number is the 8080. Now once you run, it will show that Jenkins up and running. Why? This, and if you want to run this, you must be install the Java first. You must be install the Java first in your system, and the Java install properly or not, I will show the steps. Okay, once installation successfully done Java, now we are going to be able to run this command, or else it will throw the error. What is Java internal external command not found? That error will be thrown while running this command. That means you are not properly installed the Java in your mission. Okay, it's not a properly installed Java in your mission. Okay, this, and also we can run into the Jenkins using the Docker as well. Docker as well. Okay, fine. Up to now, fine. Now, okay, what are the competitors for the Jenkins? What are the continuous integration, continuous deployment tools? We can use this. Okay, even we can use the GitLab you can use that as a continuous integration tool. Okay, and Bamboo, okay, TFS, okay, TeamCity, Traverse CI, Circle CI, okay, and also GitLab, Bamboo, TF, Traverse, Circle CI, okay, udeploy. This kind of continuous integration, continuous deployment tools available in the market. Okay, all these are the commercial ones. Okay, these are the commercial ones, and also some of these will work as a open source commercial, and it won't work on this many. And by choosing the Jenkins is the completely open source, and it can be support the more than 400 plus plugins are available. There is a lot of plugins are available to integrate with the any application with Jenkins, even Docker, Kubernetes, okay, any type of servers. Okay, and Ansible, whatever it may be, we can easily integrate it with our Jenkins. Okay, that's why it's most popular tool for the Jenkins for CI/CD process purpose. Okay, now if you want to run the Jenkins and how to download the Jenkins and all, I'm going to show you that. If you want to run the Jenkins, how to run the generic way, you can run this way. And also what we'll do, even if you don't want to run like command prompt, what we'll do, this var file, take this var file and apply into the any application server or web server. Okay, this not application server, sorry, we can deploy into the web server. This is a web application, right? Now we are taking any Apache Tomcat and we are going to deploy this var file to application like web server. Actually today completely we discuss about the application server, that's why I'm going to that way. Okay, sorry. And this var file we are going to deploy into the our web servers. Okay, we'll take up when we discuss Apache Tomcat, that time we are going to deploy our Jenkins through Apache Tomcat. Okay, and after that we can practice the Jenkins through command line prompt only. Okay, how to install the Jenkins, let me show you that. Okay, first what you guys will do, Jenkins download, go to Jenkins download, click that first link, download Jenkins, and come little bit down, and there is a two types, one is a long-term support and is a weekly releases. Okay, go with the these many ways you can install Docker, FreeBSD, Gentoo, macOS, OpenBSD, okay, OpenSUSE, Red Hat, Ubuntu, Windows, and this is a generic package I told, right? You can click the var file, it will click that, it will download the latest var file, it will be downloaded. Okay, fine. I don't want to this. I want to like 2 version, 3 version, little bit back because of latest version. Maybe some issues are there. What you feel that time? What will do? We can go for the Jenkins var download. You can search with the Jenkins var download and search it like here. Go to Jenkins.var website, and we can take it from the any one of the previous versions, like as 2.1 or 2.1.180. 180, we can download it here. Okay, anything clear, anything we can able to download here. You can click it, it will click download the var file as well. Okay, fine. Once it is downloaded, what we'll do, we can go to command prompt and check that Java is installed or not. Okay, Java, if you are installed or not, checking that Java F1 version. Okay, it will, if even JRE also installed, it will show the Java version. Okay, but you must be install the JDK, sorry, Java F1 version. Okay, you must be install the JDK version. Okay, it won't work the JRE version. You must be install the JDK version. For that, if you JDK install or not, you can check the Java C command. If you Java C command, it will throw the internal external command not found. Now you must be install the JDK in your mission. Now how to install? Just once you download that Oracle, how to download the Java also I will show that. Okay, if anybody wants, I am going to share this link to chat group. If you want, you can take a backup of this. Okay, these two URLs I am going to share. Take a backup of this. Okay, now again don't ask number of times. Okay, take a backup of copy paste in your machines. Okay, now fine. Now what we'll do, we need to download the Java, right? For where we need to download the Java. Okay, now download Java. Okay, and here we can specify for the download Java, like as JDK 1.8, for example 1.8 plus we need to be installed here. Okay, click it here. I'm going to share this link. Take a backup of this too. Okay. Now what we'll do, you can come down little bit, and what we'll do, you need to be first click the accept license and agreement. Once you accept, and then you can download this window. If you are using the different versions, different flavors, based on that you can go. If your system is 32-bit, you can go here. If your Windows system is the 60-bit board, you can go here. If you click it here, it will direct the login page of your Oracle website. If you have already account, we are able to log in directly. If you're not account, what you guys will do, you need to create a account first. Okay, you need to be create a account first. It will ask that some your details like as mail ID, password, and those kind of information you need to be fill up the in this form. Okay, this mail ID, password, retype, current country, and all this information need to be filled up. Okay, clear? One second, guys.
This conference will now be recorded.
What we'll do, we need to be register the like appropriate values, you need to be enter, and we need to be download it. Once your account created, it will be set here your confirmation mail. Once you confirm your mail, then you are take that credentials and you can able to log in and you can able to download the Oracle if you have. Okay, fine, that is also I don't want. What I will do, I will upload the JDK file. If you want, you can take it from there. Okay, I will upload that software in our Google Drive. If you want, you can take it download from there. Okay, that's anything fine. Okay, fine. Okay, now next what we'll do, how to install the Java, right? Now go to where we downloaded it, where you keep it in your local system, softwares, and then first you need to go for where we are copied, softwares, not this part. I have the inside the Java softwares, Java software systems. Okay, and JDK, and just double click on this. It will ask the next button and click that, and until up to finish, wait that. And once it is done, what happened, it will come to your C tab. Okay, yes, you can yes click it, yes, and it will go for the next button, and then click the finish last at the end. Okay, after finishing, what will happen, it will come to your, after click install that and check it the again, come and go to command prompt and check the Java iPhone version. Okay, and still you are not seeing that Java in your system. What is the meaning of that? You must be set up the your environment variables. How to set up the environment variable? First, you need to go for the C drive. Okay, check the C drive and check the in programming files and check it here in Java folder. It's there. Okay, in JDK, if you have the JDK, and click the JDK, and this is our Java installation home directory. Now, how to set up the environment variables? And now go to your my computer or this PC, go to properties, and advanced system settings, and now environment variables, and now you can set up the system variables. Okay, this is system variables, can anyone log in your system, not only your user, it can be applicable for all people. Okay, create a one name called as Java underscore home variable, Java underscore home variable. And what is the path I need to give? Up to where your Java home is located, right? This home up to before this path. Okay, JDK 1.8.01. This is a Java home. Okay, this is a Java home. Once we are giving this, once save it. Okay, I already have, that's why I'm cancel it here. Okay, now once we are done, it will be having the Java home path like this. Okay, this path will come up here, and also next we need to be set up into the path. In the path, and go to edit here. You already have the path. And remember one thing, guys, this very carefully, don't delete this all the stuff what are they having earlier, keep it like this. And if you want to add the Java, what we'll do, at the end of this you can put the semicolon, put the semicolon. If you are Windows 10 and all, right, it will create the one new column will come, you can able to do that. If you are Windows 8, 8.1 or 7, or someone using old Windows operating system, they will come like this. You can add the semicolon at the end and give that this is, or else you can give the Java underscore, what are the name we declare that like as variable, right, Java home, and percentage, and then slash bin. This bin we having the R libraries in this path bin, right? Up to this path you can give the directly complete this path also, or else what happened, why I am putting this percentage Java home means, if anything, if I install the new version of Java, if I install the like as 1.9 or 10, if I install, right, now that time I don't want to come and changing the here and there two places. Now this time what I will do, if I will change the Java home path only, it will come automatically here also, because of it is the environment variables we assign the here Java home, right? Now if I change here, the modification will come to here also. What are the JDK path, home path you can give, it will take a path of that. It will take a path of that. Okay, remember Java home and Java path, and at the end what we'll do, take a semicolon and put the this path, complete path. Even if you can give the complete path also, it will work. Okay, once it is done, we can click the OK. Okay now. And do remember one thing, what are the command prompt we taken earlier, and close that command prompt and open the new command prompt, and this is very important. Okay, again it won't work if you use the same command prompt, it won't work. Sorry, those are okay. Now click that and you can check the Java F1 version. Now it is work, if it's showing the Java version, and also check the Java C command also. Now both will work. Now you are ready to go for running the Jenkins WAR file. Okay, now once you are download the Jenkins WAR file, you can keep it into the any one of your in your system someplace. Okay, anywhere, C drive, D drive, wherever you want, you can keep it and go to particular path. I have the Jenkins WAR file in the my path having in my system here. I have the Jenkins WAR file I have in this mission. In this mission, I have the this WAR file I have. Now what I will go, I'm going to command prompt directly here. Okay, CMD if I type here, it will open the under C drive Jenkins folder. I have the, if you see the dir, it having the Jenkins.war file under this section. Okay, this Jenkins.war file I have here. Now what I will do, how to run the Jenkins.war file, what is the command? If you want to start the Jenkins, what we'll do, we can use the java-jar Jenkins.war file and tell me now which port it will run by default. Which port, guys? Which port it will run by default? 8080, right? Okay, fine. For example, your the port is already running some other service, maybe Oracle if you install the earlier Oracle, or maybe Apache Tomcat, or any services you take in the 8080 port. Now if it won't run, this 8080 port is already bind in your machine. Now that's why if you run the same port, it won't run that, it will throw the error address already bind exception, it will throw out. That time what we'll do, we need to be override that port. How to override the port? Let me show you. The same command, java-jar Jenkins.war, and you can use the http capital P port equal to which port you want to run, that port we can able to override that. Now instead of 8080, your Jenkins will run on the whatever you are given the port, that port will be working. Okay, that port will be working on. Now how to run this, we need to be go to particular where your Java WAR file is located, that path. Or else what we'll do, we need to, for example, Java path, you don't want to go for that path, what we'll do, we can give the complete path of your wherever you have the Jenkins WAR file, you can give the that path also, Jenkins/Jenkins.war file. We need to give the absolute path of the where your WAR file is downloaded and keep it, that path you can give that. Okay, anything will work. Okay, no need to go for that particular path also. That is your wish. Okay, that is your wish. Okay, clear? Now once it is run, now it is showing that if it is running everything, it will show that Jenkins is fully up and running. Now once it is come that message, now I am going to browser and I am able to, that's what actually it will ask some installation steps, and all. That's what I'm trying to show you guys. I will do 1 second. Don't take it as this installation and all. Okay, we'll discuss later on this AWS. Okay, what I will do, I'm going to take a one new AWS instance. I'm going to install the Jenkins on this. I'm showing for you guys purpose. Okay, that installation, how to install the Jenkins, how to set up the Jenkins purpose. Okay, now services EC2, I'm going to on new mission, okay, new Linux mission I'm going to take. Launch instance. This free tier eligible. If you want, you can take select here. Now, what is the free tier mean? We'll discuss later on. Okay, no worries. Don't think this much. I'm clicking that next and down. Now, which port it will run? That port also we can able to add it here. This is just the key page. We'll discuss later on this. Okay. I'm going to create a one Linux mission in the AWS cloud. Okay, that's it. Simply. For I'm making it as a Jenkins. This name server name is a Jenkins server. If you see the installation steps, we won't be confused. That's why I'm trying. Okay, now my system is ready. Now go to is and take this copy of this SSH connection, and I'm opening the mobile terminal for SSH connecting remote server. Now mobile server for what we are using, connecting the remote servers, right? Now my remote server is where? In the somewhere in this path, and also I'm going to particular path now by my, like I have the one PFL. Don't think this, we'll discuss later on. Okay, we'll discuss this how to create the AWS instance and all. What happened, this why I'm going to come this path, this key, right? This AWS demo DVS PM file, this PM file I have in my local system. Okay, in this path I have this file. That's why I came to this path. That's it. If you want to run this command, you need to go for this wherever we have the PM file. The PM file, how will get it? That I told, I checkbox I click, right? That time it will come here. Okay, I'll show this later on this. Okay, we'll discuss this AWS in the when we are installing the deploying the AWS. Okay, that time I'm going to teach this AWS also. Okay, in the Jenkins level only, in the Jenkins level. Now for today only installation of Jenkins. Okay, now if you take the new system, what we'll do, we need to update our system first. Okay, we need to update our system. No packages for update. Now check the Java version if it is not there or not. This iPhone is a different one. Okay, just trying. Okay, this Java, which version I have? I have the 1.7, right? Now 1.7 I don't want, right? I want to with Java 1.8. What I'll do, I'm going to download the RPM package. I'm downloading the RPM package. Duplicate for what we are using, we are discussed, right? Duplicate for downloading the software server, right? This is the way we need to download. Okay, this no cache certificate, no cookies means it won't ask any certificate, any cookies. Okay, anything, it won't restriction for downloading. Okay, it will take time to download. We'll discuss one day for how to create instance, how to access that instance and all. Okay, after 3-4 classes we're going to discuss that also. Okay, now this is for showing for Jenkins installation purpose I came here. Okay, just trying to show you for Jenkins installation in the AWS instance. Not only AWS, in the local also same. Okay, once you are installed successfully, now what I'm doing now, I'm installing JDK 1.8 now. Okay, JDK 1.8. Now check that JDK Java conversion. Now my 1.8 came now. 1.8 installed now. Done. That is done. Now just go with the again update your system. If this -y won't work, then go -y up to date is there. Now what we'll do, I'm going to download the Jenkins repository. I'm adding the Jenkins repository first. Okay, in the EPL repository, I need to download and keep it. Once you download the EPL repository, and we need to RPM import the Jenkins key. We need to add the Jenkins key. Home, I add the key. Then next, what I will do, I'm going to install the Jenkins. Just steps. Okay. This RPM we already add the repair before, right? Now what happened? We can able to install the Jenkins now. Now once installation check in, my service is we need to start the Jenkins service. Now it is installing. It will take a little bit time. Yes, it was very fast. Just I'm trying to show you that first, if you go for first installation of Jenkins, it will ask the admin password and suggested plugins and log in the user credentials. Those stuff it will ask that. Very slow. It's taking too much time. Yes, I don't know why. Okay, and I will come back the installation steps. Come back once it is done. Okay. Meanwhile, what we'll do? We'll discuss the dashboard of Jenkins. Okay. We'll discuss the dashboard of Jenkins. Okay. Once we'll wait for until this done. Okay. What we'll do? I will start the Jenkins already started in the Windows system, right? Okay. Let me. This is it will show that at the end Jenkins are fully up and running. Once you see this message, okay. Now go to your browser. What is the port is running by default? Localhost
8080.
8080. We need to be entered here. Now it will open the Jenkins system. Now it will ask the username password. Now while installing time, we are giving that one username password. We need to enter that. But I disable that username password also. Okay. Now for me it won't ask the username password also. It will direct open the dashboard. Okay. Wait. Okay. This is I have the already projects, right? That's why I have these are the my Jenkins projects. Okay, it will show the list out on for you. It is the fresh dashboard. It will come. Okay, if it is first time, it will show the fresh dashboard. Okay, it is 20% is done. This time it's going very fast. I think some of that browser is 1 second. It's done. That maybe that browser is taking too much spare time. Meanwhile, what I will do, if you want to access this port in AWS, we need to allow that port. That port allowing we are calling as a security group. Just remember, which if any port you are using for accessing your server, we need to allow the inside the security group. Which port I need to allow? You can take the custom TCP and port number is the 8080. Okay, and anywhere. Okay, this is the range for my. Okay.
Madhu, will it take port number 8080 for Linux as well?
Sorry.
Port number for Linux.
That's the meaning. Yeah, we are allowing that port into my system. Okay, that firewall.
I mean, Windows localhost is 8080.
Like
Linux.
ఏదైనా సరే Jenkins same password, same port ఉంటుంది.
Oh, same port. Okay, thank you.
Jenkins wherever you are installed, so that's the by default port is 8080. If you want, you can override it. That's what I told right here. If you while running the normal way, you can do like this. If you want to that, it maybe that configuration file we have, there we need to go to and change that port. Okay. Just done.
Okay.
1 second. That's 77% is done. Again, came slow again. Again, going to slow. Let me close the browser, please. Version is installing for 2.821.10. Okay, this is the server is running now.
Hi Madhu, which file you are imported in this Linux machine before the step?
Sorry, come again.
You are imported one file, no? What is that?
I didn't get you. Your mic, keep it a little bit distance, and if you can please speak. Who is this first of all?
I did not know.
Yeah, Vijay, tell me.
One file is you are imported in Linux machine. No, what is the file?
That file I imported.
Yes.
నేను ఏ ఫైల్ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేయలేదే.
అదే అండి జెన్కిన్స్
ఇక్కడ ఏ ఫైల్ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేశానండి? That is keys file. That's you are saying that keys are
6th point.
That's what. Don't think about the sorry.
Fifth one. Yeah.
Code package. I am adding that my URL Jenkins URL to my repository. That's it. In this repository, I adding my Jenkins where I go and download Jenkins. Okay, that's repository where it's located in the website. I am going to add in my etc Jenkins.repository local repository. I am going to add. Now, if I do directly this command, it will install my Jenkins software. Okay. Now.
Okay, got it.
Now what I will do, let me try. Okay, fine. The Jenkins is done successfully. Now I'm going to start the Jenkins now. Okay. If you want, you can check the status. Okay. How to check the status? Service Jenkins status. Okay. Sorry. Okay, this is not yet. We need to give the sudo permissions for this because of this EC2 user don't have that. Okay, Jenkins is stop now. How to start that? Just instead of status, we can use the start now. Okay, start the service. Starting the Jenkins now. Now, how to access this? Just go to your browser. First, go to your EC2 like AWS instance and take the public IP of your instance. Go to instances. I'm going to use my Jenkins. Okay, now take this. This Jenkins is running now. This is a public IP you need to take, or else you can take the domain also. Anything you can take. Okay, anything it will work. Okay, take the public IP and then colon 8, which port 8080 port. Okay, now my Jenkins will be open here. Okay, this is the first time. If it is Windows system, it will also ask the password for this, and it will give the some path of this. Okay, open this file first. Okay, go to your Linux server, add this file. It will ask the sudo permissions. Home, give the sudo and enter it here. This is the one we have the password of the initial password. Okay, and copy and paste it here. Okay, now go to continue here. In this file we have the password, initial password. Okay, it will keep it in the one password. Okay, now it will ask that which plugins I need to suggest, or whatever you can want, you can choose the plugins. Now what is the plugins means here? It will add the added feature. For example, you want to integrate your Jenkins with GitHub. We need to install the GitHub plugin. If you want to install with Maven, you need to install the Maven. If you want to install with integrate with the Docker, you need to install the Docker, right? That is, we are adding our Jenkins server to the extra features. That is what we are calling as a plugins. Okay, so these are the plugins. What are the plugins? Git, Subversion, SSS slaves, Matrix authentication strategy, mailer plugin, email extension plugin, LDAP database. Okay, PAM authentication. Okay, these are the plugins. It is installing the credentials binding, Gradle, and okay, these are the plugins suggested. They will give us some suggestions. Okay, take this. If you want, we can uncheck this. You can go for the whatever you want. We can install that. Now this is the only basic plugins only it will give that. And upcoming classes we are going to install the n number of plugins. Okay, going forward we install the n number of plugins. It will take the minimum for installing minimum. It will take the 10 to 15 minutes of time of Jenkins now. Meanwhile, what we will do, I'm going to discuss in the dashboard of our Jenkins. Okay. Okay. This is a like that it will come now. The options I'm going to show you. This is the logo of that. If you log in here, you will get a name, your name here, and then this new item. What is the new item means? If you want to create a different types of project in the Jenkins, the project type means in the real time we are going to use the two types mainly. Okay, two types we are going to use mainly, and there's the multi configuration jobs rarely we are using for if you want to define the multiple different configurations, different types of environment. That time we are going to use this. Okay, now even we have these options, different configurations such as the testing, multiple environments, platform. Okay, now freestyle project and pipeline project. These two projects we are going to create. If you want to set up the multiple configuration environments, we are going to use the multi configuration project. Now, if you want to get these two, pipeline code and also normal project, we are going to use the pipeline project and the freestyle project. These are different types of projects. Okay, we are going to come again. Okay, we'll discuss come again. Now, if you want to add the users and all, we are going to click the people here. And also the main thing is the Jenkins, manage Jenkins. Okay, the manage Jenkins is the main stuff. The build history and all this, whatever you done the build history, the first time don't showing anything build, any jobs you build, then only to show the history. Okay. Now this manage Jenkins. These are the all options we have come to here. All the options we have to managing the complete Jenkins comes under here. And the configuration system. The configuration system, it will be open for why? If you are adding the any Nexus server, SonarQube server, Mailer server, okay, any kind of servers you want to integrate, that time we are going for the configuration system. All server configuration will go for the configuration systems. Okay, configuration systems. Configuration it will go, and then next it will go the configure global security. Now what happened, you are giving the based on the user, you need to provide the authorization. Now means some people only can be create the only Jenkins job, some people can't be delete the job, some people can't be create the jobs. Those kind of restrictions how can you, we can give the here different based on the permissions. One is the, I will show the enable security, we have two option. Then we can provide the LDAP based security, means we have the database based, we can import the database and we can based on that we can provide the security, or else matrix based security. Matrix based security means we have the users in the Jenkins, that users we are able to create that. Now we can enable the security here and see. This LDAP based security means we need to provide the LDAP based server URL here. Based on that it will be provide the authorization for the users, or else come down we have the matrix based security. Okay, this type of like as we are going to use the for security level, and here based on the users, like as how many users we have, that many users will come registered here, and that tag can be overall credentials you want to create, and agent level, job level permissions, and run level permissions, and view level permissions. What are the permissions you can give? You can check the checkbox and the save the apply save the changes. Okay, now I won't use anything, I will do the as it is. Okay, I'm even disable this, and these agents and CSRF, this will come to the upcoming classes. Okay, upcoming classes I'm going to show you this. I'm disable the enable security as of now because I'm the local person, right? I don't want to use this anything. Now next I'm going a little bit back, next configuration and credentials. If you for example you want to communicate with the GitHub, you want to communicate with the Nexus, you want to communicate with the AWS, you want to communicate with the any server, any kind of server you want to communicate, how will happen? We need to log in the some username password, right? That username password you need to add in the configure credentials section. Okay, that credentials, what are the, if we want to communicate with the Jenkins to GitHub, we need to provide the GitHub credentials. That GitHub credentials we can do add in the Jenkins, that is using the configure credentials section, and also global tool configuration. This main purpose. Okay, for example you want to configure the Java, you want to configure the Maven, you want to configure the Git, you want to configure the Ant, any software will come to configure coming here. I will show this. Global tool configure, all software which comes in here. Don't these two are the little bit confusion. Configure system will go for only service server based configuration, and global tool configuration comes to the all software based configuration. This JDK, Git, okay, and Gradle, MS Build, okay, Sonar Scanner, okay, SonarQube is different, Sonar Scanner is different. We must be both two, okay, and next. And Maven, Docker, what are the softwares you want to integrate? That softwares we need to be adding the path of the where you install the softwares in your system. Okay, sorry guys. Back to the dashboard. I'm going to back to the dashboard, and then sorry, go to manage this again. Now again, this is the plugins. Okay, this main important. Okay, this plugins is the Like if you already install something, if any new version plugin will come, that same plugin will, they release a new version, will comes under the update section. Now available means what are the Jenkins having the 400 plus plugins I told, right? Those plugins is list out comes under available tab. Okay, if you want to install any plugins, you can come to manage plugin, manage Jenkins, manage plugins, and available tabs, and search from the what are the plugin you want to come. You can search from here. Okay, we will able to get it here. We can able to integrate the what are the softwares you want to integrate. That softwares plugin it will be available, and you can install that plugin. Install that plugin. And install tab. In install tab, what will happen? What are the plugins you have already installed? That will come under the install plugin tab. Install tab. Install tab. It will come under here. Now advanced tab. In the advanced tab, what will happen? Here, if you want to, for example, you are develop your own plugin. Then how to upload? It will come to upload here. Choose file, and we can download, upload the your own plugin here. That plugin will be extension should be the .hpa. The plugin extension will be the extension should be the .hpi plugin extension. HPA is the format. For example, interview they will ask the one more question. I already faced this question. Now I don't have an internet connection, but I want to install a plugins. How to install the plugins through Jenkins? He asked me. That time what happened? If you want to install any plugin, what you want to do? You need to be download the some plugins. For example, some plugin, any plugin. Okay, this name I know, that's why I'm going to download here. If you know that name, you can able to download the plugin. Okay, some plugin I'm going to download. Just click this plugin. Okay, now what I will do, I will need to download the HPA file first. Okay, then I can able to upload this HPA file to through my advanced Jenkins advanced manage plugins advanced tab. Okay, actually it's not there. Where we need to go? They change to the plugin information. We need to click this. Okay, go this website and plugins they change that. Now we can download this from here. Okay, download the Jane plugin, and this, see, the plugin name is for what? HPA file. Now what happened? Now go there and we can upload the this HPA file through this Jenkins Visual. Okay, this from Jenkins we can upload here, and just whatever we download, right, we can go there and we can upload that HPA file. Okay, I already have, I don't want to install that. Then you can click that and can install. For example, if you want to install any plugin, what we will do? Go to available tab. Go to available tab. Okay, if you want to install any plugin, just click this and click this option. Close this. Okay, come to end. Okay, we have an option called as install without restart. Install without restart. We need to be click this. If you click this, the plugin will be installed to in your machine. This option. We need to come the install without restart. You need to be select this. Now the plugin will be installed the this in your. Okay. If you are installing one plugin, why it is coming this plugin means there is a dependency. If you click this, it will download this also and this also. There is a dependency between these two plugins. That's why this knows. If you install this means it must be installed before that. The dependency plugins also it will install automatically. The dependency plugins also it will install automatically. Once it is done, go to back to homepage. That feature will come to our Jenkins in your machine. Okay, clear? That is the overall Jenkins dashboard explanation. While coming to the class, we are using the more of the options, more features, and complete on the Jenkins. Almost minimum it will take 3 weeks of time. Okay, complete. This is a big one. Okay, after complete of Docker also will come back to the Jenkins again. Okay, once Ansible also will come back to the Jenkins again. Okay, for integrating those. Okay, that is the like as main important configurations and tabs and all about the Jenkins dashboard. Okay, this is still is going on. It's more than 20 minutes is taking. And one thing, it is based on your internet. And also, if you see something, your internet connection is failure and it's not coming your plugin here. What does mean here? That is a, for example, that is internet connection very slow, connection timeout issue will come. Okay, if you install plugin everything, that's fine. If your any plugin is not installed, red mark also will come. No worries, go with the next step. Okay, no worries, go with the next step. And remember guys, what are the Jenkins version you are installing, right? That version number should be remember. Okay, the interviewer maybe ask the what is the version you have used the Jenkins, what is the version you have used the Git, what is the version you have used the Ansible. Those questions also they may not ask. Okay, let it be go. What I will do now, what I will do, I need to integrate my, I need to create a first project of my Jenkins. Now go to new item. How to create the first project? New item, new item. Here I'm going to create the JMS TH 20 hyphen first. Okay, first project. Okay, JMS TH 20 and the first project freestyle, and then click OK. Click OK. Now it will go for the configuration of our job, configuration of the job. There is a lot of steps we need to add in this the job level. Okay, it will redirect the one page, that page having the all remaining configuration about the our job. Okay, like as where I need to download the source code, where I need to deploy, I need to send email notification or not, how to, when I need to build the trigger automatically without manual interaction, I need to delete the old jobs or not. Those configuration comes in this page now. Okay, now I'm going to create a job here. That job general section will come to here. If you want, you can write the description about your job. Okay, this is my first Jenkins job. This is my first Jenkins job. Okay, we'll discuss all some of the commands here. Okay, come up some of option. You won't see these many options. Why? This based on the plugin installation, we'll get a many options here. Okay, if you see that I have this many options and you have don't have this many options, means that based on the your setup. Okay, I will show you here now. Okay, I came here, this my new version. Like as this I installed where in the AWS, right? Now I'm going to use the username here, just Madhu, password same, and the full name. And one thing, if you're not giving this email proper also, it will tell it won't validate anything. Okay, something. Okay, will be madhu@gmail.com. Okay, it will ask that this is the URL I'm going to use. Okay, save and finish. Just Jenkins is ready. Just use the Jenkins now. Okay, this is my fresh, without any jobs are not there, nothing is there now. This is my press project now. Okay, this is the press project now. If you want to get the new item, create the new item and create the freestyle. This is my, I create the, now I'm going to create here also. Okay, it's 20, I guess first project. Okay, now click this here. Okay, now this is my first Jenkins job. Okay, now see, I have a little bit options here. There I have a lot of options, right? Now this option we'll discuss some of time. Okay, I will come back to this. And what, from where we need to download the code to, like as compile, validate and test and deploy. Okay, if you are using the TFS or Subversion or Git, okay, we need to click the this and we need to add the URL. We'll come back this next examples. Okay, this build triggers policy build periodically. Okay, we'll come back here also, and build environment also we are going to use for the future. Okay, now build section. It will build section means what we are using the Maven or Ant or what. If you are Windows system, you can use this. If you are shell, what we'll do, we need to execute the some shell. If it is Linux system, right, I'm going to shell this. Now what I will do, I want to print the, whatever I am giving this, I want to print that. What I will do, Madhu Sudan ready. Just this message I want to print that. I want to print that this message. Okay, and some we'll discuss later. Okay, we'll come back. Okay, just apply, save it, and don't waste time. And just if you want to run this job, see, I don't have any source code, right? Because of we didn't add the any source code management tools, right? Now that's why we don't have any code now. Now if you want to run this, we can right, like as in right side we have a will know button. We can click the will know button for system right side. Okay, not my right side. Okay, system right side we need to click the will know button. See, if it is blue color means it is a success, and you can see the output of this. Just you can go here, or else you can go to here as well. Anywhere you can get the same option, or else you can click this also. This also it will go the this page, and you can see the output here. There's 3 ways you can go see the output of this. Okay, see, whatever I run this command, what is the output I got? Only my my name, whatever I given the input, but debugging purpose I use the echo command, right? Just it will print that. Here, this is one job. Next, what I will do, I'm going to get another job. Go to Jenkins homepage. Now, new item. Tell me now, guys, how to get the project. I'm going to get a project name here. This is job name. Okay. Okay. Get IP. I need to get IP job I want to create. Now, freestyle. I'm select that. Now, this job what we will do? Get my server IP. Get my server IP. And now what I will do, just I want to use the one shell command. Now build section, I'm going to use the execute shell command. If you are running any shell script or not, we can write the shell script directly here also. Okay, that will works. That will works. Okay. Now here if you want to get the IP address, which command I'm going to use? Yes, which command I need to use to get the IP address of my Linux server? What is the command? Anyone? Okay,
ifconfig.
IP-A.
So that is for any that is for what IP ADDR, that is for the minimal versions. Okay, minimal versions of software we are going to use. Okay, basically any Linux instance we have the if config. Okay, now click the build now button. Okay, see the output here, console output. What is my if I do this Linux same command, what is the output I got? The same output I got here also. Okay, what this is my IP of output. Clear? Clear now? Clear, guys? Now next, what I will do, I want to integrate my it will work, Manik, it will work for Echo Windows also. If you wanna try, you can try. Echo will work in Windows system also, no problem. Just go to build section, and this means I have many options here because of I install the n number of plugins here. We'll install, we'll get it all this stuff also. Okay, everyone will get it. Okay, execute Windows batch command, same, it will work in Windows also. Windows if config it won't work. Okay, Echo will work, but if config won't work. Some Madhu DevOps, it will work in Windows also. This Windows server, okay, Windows Jenkins server, that is Linux server. Okay,
So
click
for
the build now.
to give echo, right? Is that right?
Yeah, that's he asked the Manik asked that Echo will work on the Windows system. That's what I'm trying to show him. Here also will work the Echo statement. Okay, see, clear, Manik?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now here, what I will do, I'm going to get a one more project. Okay. In this project, what I will do, I want to get the source code from my GitHub and I need to keep it into my local workspace, Jenkins workspace. How to do that? This very carefully listen. New item. Let me create that JMSTH20 of this is my get code GitHub. Okay, get code from GitHub. Freestyle project, select freestyle project, and then OK. Select, or else if you not select any type of project, you don't enable the OK button. Okay, remember that. And get the source code from just description. If someone will see the dashboard view and they will get on this, okay, this project purpose on this. Okay, now coming little bit down and select the where you want to download the code. Now what I will do, I'm going to here. What I will do, I'm going to go my GitHub. I need to just listen carefully. Go to any one of the projects. I will take the very simple project. Whatever we done right, that code. Let me take this. Okay, we use this earlier code, right? Just click here, clone and download. Just click this icon. It will copy your URL and then go to your Jenkins server and just paste the here. Now I want to communicate my GitHub means I need to add my username password of my GitHub. Now I don't in drop down I don't have any username password, right? What I will do, I need to add the username password first. Okay, just going here. Now what will happen? It will ask that domain, okay, credentials, right? Now which type of password like as credentials you are going to do? Then like as username password or Docker post certification kind of, or SSH username with private key, or secret file, or secret text, or certificate. Okay, in the GitHub I have having the username password kind of credentials. Now that's why I'm using the username and password. Okay. Now we need to give this git. This ID is the mandatory. Why? When you are using the pipeline code, right? That time we are going to use this value only to get the username password of my GitHub means we need to give the this ID only. Okay, you must give this value. If you want to write in the pipeline code, we need to give this value. It will get the username password of your GitHub, and this description also is mandatory. Okay, why? While drop down, right? If you have the username like as Madhusudan two places Madhu. Like what happened? We will confuse that which credentials for which purpose. If you give the description, it will show the description for that purpose. Okay, see here, Git credentials, and I will get to know this. Okay, this credentials is the Git credentials. Okay, if you are using the same username multiple, and if you're not giving the description here, you will be confused. Okay, now I got a error here. What happened? Failed to connect the repository, error performing command git ls command not there. Why? Because of in my server I don't have a git software in this server. Okay, it is not yet installed. Okay, it is not yet installed. I need to install the git now. It got stuck. It was timeout. Okay, wait for 1 minute. See this job, and I will show somewhere also. See here. Now this error is came, right? Now apply, save it, and go to manage Jenkins. And where this Git software we need to integrate, basically configuration. Okay, not configure. Sorry, manage Jenkins. Manage Jenkins. Okay, and then where we need to global tool configuration. All software under global tool configuration. Remember, all softwares will configure under okay. This Git by default Git is not a Git. There is no such executable path in your system. Okay, we need to be install the first. Okay, that's why it is showing the error first. Okay, I'm installing the Git now. sudo yum install git -y. Okay, check the git install now. Okay, git version is a 2.14.5 install. Go to our jobs, let's see global tool configuration, that error is gone or not. See, that error is gone now. That error is gone now. What we'll do, go to your job now. Okay, go to your job now. Okay, where our job is there, go to Jenkins home directory, this job, right? Get code from GitHub. Now see, configure your job. Configure your job. See, this error also gone. This error also gone. Once installation git, that 2 errors also. This error, that error, same, both are same. Okay, the purpose is same. Now I'm going to build now. See this workspace, I don't have any code now. Okay, I don't have any code now. After building here, the workspace is filled up the some code. See console output, what are happening. See, these are the commit code, and these are the URL I'm getting. This is my latest commit message. Everything I got from the GitHub. Right, see your in the workspace. The workspace, what are the code available in the GitHub, the total code will be placed into your workspace now. Okay, next we are going to discuss about the Maven project we are going to take, and Maven project explanation. Tomorrow we are going to discuss Maven, don't miss the class. Okay, we are going to discuss Maven, and we'll integrate Maven with Jenkins, and we build the Maven projects. I will give the 3 real-time Maven projects. Okay, the total source code we are going to use this. Okay, I'll give the first sample one, then after that 2 real time. Sample one is not a small one also, that is also big project only. Okay, clear now. What is this weather? If it's sun means all jobs are successfully. If it is sun and cloud will be mixed. Yes, some jobs is successful, some jobs will failure. If it's completely cloud and raining, it will come. What means it's everything is a all are failure. Okay, only raining and full raining, it's a complete, there is no any nothing. If 10 jobs, 10 jobs will fail. This is a weather report of my Jenkins status. Okay, this is for success status, success. Okay, if in last failure anything happen, how much time it is taking for the execution. Clear guys? Clear now? Any questions? That's all for today.